Britain's PM resigned after like 40 fucking days.
Yeah,
shortest ever.
Dumbest bitch.
Shortest ever term for a PM in Britain.
Does she go down as a dumb bitch?
No, I think
Pressure's too much for a period.
no, I think she should. Personally, if I was her, I would have never stepped into the role. First of all, because
Too big of a role.
You can see that's a fucking dumpster fire over there.
Yeah.
So why jump into a fucking sinking ship that's literally on fire?
And she's probably like not the strongest bitch in the world. You know what I mean? Like mentally, 40 days.
I don't know, man.
Come on, bro. Even me, like even if I'm burning in fire, I'll still burn in fire, bro. You're getting mad cash, man. Why not?
Dude, she's gonna get mad cash when she. Do you know what her pension is now that she's done? For the rest of her life, she's guaranteed £110,000.
Even though it's fucking. even though it's just 40 days.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a whole new narrative. It's a whole
now
new
she's
narrative.
the smartest person ever.
No. Not that she's the smartest person ever.
Yeah.
She's a fucking scam artist.
Listen,
This is kind of like gold diggers when they like marry the guy for 90 days or whatever the fuck, and then now they're
90-day
they're
fiancé?
eligible. They're eligible for like 50%.
Yeah.
That's what now it sounds like. It sounds like she scammed the fucking system. She knows exactly what she's doing.
The funniest part about this to me is that Boris Johnson has a legitimate shot at getting back.
Yeah,
He's the motherfucker. He's the one to fucking step down. Not even a month and a half ago.
Why would he want to?
If he gets asked and they're like, "Hey, listen, we need you. We want." Part of the reason why he stepped down was popularity, right? Because everything was in Britain's like kind of going to shit. So his popularity ratings were going down, and so he figured may as well jump ship before it gets even worse. But I guess he figures if politically speaking his ratings go up, he's like may as well.
Yeah.
May as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he would though, because if you're getting that pension, he probably has already some sponsorships. He's probably already set.
He is set financially in that sense because he was already he's been in public office for a while. I think he was London's mayor for a time, and that's like a pretty well-paying position.
Of course, it's a fucking
so
city.
that's like fine. But I think he has bigger ambitions. But he's also a fucking idiot, so I don't know.
But he's a PM. Like what bigger ambitions?
Yo, project manager, bro.
Fucking project manager.
Yo,
then
PM,
you're director,
bro.
Then you're director, and then that's it. What else is there? Your VP, and then your executive chairs. You're in the executive table. I mean, that's it. There's like you're like 4 positions removed from like controlling the world.
It's true.
Like literally, execs make
true.
like fucking dumbass. They make dude. There's a rumor in old company.
You got a rumor for me?
An old company that the execs take home like $5 million bonuses.
Come on,
I swear. And like,
but this is like top like C-suite execs. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They take like five
like
to
the global guys.
5 to 7 mil. Well, there's 12 of them in the United States.
That's more than I thought, actually.
Okay, so there's 12 of them in the United States. There's 4 here, right?
It's publicly traded, right?
Yeah, it's publicly traded.
I wonder how much the board makes. But it's all shares at that point. They don't actually get paid money.
The company makes $10 billion. No, sorry, $12 billion a year.
Yeah, but that's like...
This company, I'm not even going to name names.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
This company is 2 companies removed from the main company, which is a German company.
Yeah. Remember
right?
you mentioned
that.
Right.
That German company makes an extra $3 billion on top of whatever revenue this company makes. So it's like
there's millies getting thrown around.
Billies thrown around.
Who are the main company? I don't know if you know this, but I feel like you'd be the best guy to ask.
Damn, bro.
My group of friends.
I feel fucking honored.
Who are the main players when it comes to tunnels for like subways and transportation, that kind of thing, like the underground tunnels?
What has happened here, or?
Yeah, I guess here generally, like, does it change depending on where, or is it always like the same players that are bidding and winning these contracts?
Worldwide, certain industries are preset because of certain rules and regulations that have already come up and been passed.
Okay.
For example, construction is one of them, where you could start a new construction company. You just don't have the top bids.
Yeah.
You don't have access to those because those top bids aren't public. These are like pre-made by, for example...
Shouldn't
like,
they be public, though, if they're from governments?
Not necessarily. If you take a look at BC Hydro, for example, okay? BC Hydro has contracts.
Yeah.
Okay. BC Hydro takes work away from other electrical companies that can't even bid on those jobs.
Okay.
Okay? Because if they could, right? They'd be dealing with the government.
Yeah,
basically. They're getting jobs from the government. At a small project level, it is public. But the big, like we're talking like line, like there's other lineman companies. Altech is one of them.
Right,
How come they don't have access to like fucking transformers all across BC?
Yeah.
Like that's a big job, bro. You're talking about like hectares and hectares of land and like billions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have access to those things. So as far as in BC, there's a company that is a similar industry as CN, but they are only like manufacturing and production of railroad and tunnels.
Yeah.
CN is more just like transportation, actually, right? They don't actually like they do service work. They don't build.
Yeah.
Right. CN doesn't do like new fucking construction for railroads. They just repair. They're the major player, and that company is actually I actually don't even want to say this because it might be actually wrong, but somebody told me that company is owned by like a Spanish entity.
That makes sense because listen, every time I hear about, especially here in BC, like our public transportation projects when it has to do with like tunneling and stuff like that, like the one that they're doing right now, like the Broadway corridor.
Yeah.
Every time you see the company's name, it's always some Euro company. It's either Spanish or German.
It makes sense because these entities have made these procedures and these rules on contracts like hundreds of years ago.
Feels like there's almost like a monopoly on tunnel building when it comes to transportation.
Not only that, but just think about it in a sense of time invested into a certain company.
Yeah.
For example, there are companies that own companies that own companies.
Yeah, true.
Right? That initial company is like 600 years old. Right? Like a stone mason company.
Yeah.
Right? That company is 600 years old. It was made by like a father and a son. Right? But it is transcribed into this ginormous company. So like by the time they made Canada and the United States and they discovered it and they're trying to have those companies were available. There's nothing over here. How are you going to make a company? So those guys, all the tech, pre-made, pre-manufactured, pre-research tech came over here, started off. Those are the major players, right? Where they come from, they immigrate from the other side. Yeah. Kind of like my old company, right? My old company was actually smaller than my new company regionally here. But worldwide, way fucking bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
That actually leads me to my next thing is fun fact of the week. What do you think is the oldest company in the world? Registered company in the world?
Offhand, I would lie to you if I even had a guess.
Actually, let's make it easier. Where do you think it might be? Give me 3 countries you think it might be in.
China.
Okay, that's one.
Japan.
Okay.
England. Okay,
not bad. It's Japan.
Okay.
What industry do you think it might be in?
I'm gonna take a rough
guess and say
fishing maybe. Ah, fuck, that seems like a bad idea though.
Hospitality.
Oh yeah, I mean I could see that.
So, out of the top 10 oldest registered companies in the world, and
are they one?
No.
Oh fuck.
The other interesting part about this is that in Japan they're all family owned, family run, like passed down through generations.
Yakuza, bro.
No. The reason I do this, it's actually funnier than Yakuza. It's not that interesting as Yakuza. It's funnier than that. The oldest company in the world is a hotel in Japan, in some like, it's not in like Tokyo. It's like in one of the other prefectures.
Right.
Since like 700 AD.
Yeah.
So it's been in like 1500 years, some shit, or 1300 years.
That's crazy.
But the reason I said this, air quotes, with the fucking family owned is because Japan has this thing about appreciating a company more if it's family run or family owned. And so what they'll do is if their own actual lineage is running out, right? So if they're like, oh shit, we got no kids, what they'll do is that they'll adopt one of the workers who's like doing well, it's like one of the managers or something. and then adopt, and then you keep it family owned, family run. So it's not actually a direct line like, that's my great great grandfather. It's like, nah, no, you got to adopt
that
it.
motherfucker adopted.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'll keep doing that.
Yeah.
So you can maintain this idea, this illusion of like family owned, family owned.
Wow.
So I found that really interesting.
It's interesting that they're even now at the technology that we're at in the world, and yet this information is not known to the general public that this still is an issue.
Well, it's because it's more of like a cultural thing over there in Japan. They value that a lot more. They value tradition, family, all that stuff.
Isn't there so much of that you can see before you're like, that's bullshit?
Yeah, I guess, but
You know what I mean?
No one would really look into it outside of people in Japan. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's a thing that they care about more than like
We
like
do.
like yeah. If you go there, it's like, do you really give a shit if it's like family run? It's like, not really, man.
Yeah.
Not it's
really.
nice, like it's cool,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't be like, oh my god, yes, I want to go.
It's not the reason why I would pay more money. No.
Another cool thing this week we got. I actually don't. You have to look this up for me because I don't know if it's over.
What's up?
One of the biggest lottery draws in Canadian history. I think it was 70 mil.
Oh man.
70 milli.
I knew I should have bought that ticket.
Did you not? Oh, bro.
No. We know somebody that their parents were like,
Oh yeah, we do.
yeah. And me right now, I'll tell you right now, don't give a fuck.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
It was the Lotto Max. Yeah, that's the one. So just I don't know.
Probably top stories, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Lotto Max winning numbers.
There you go.
Is that it?
I guess.
Everyone in Canada picked the winning numbers. 133 million max draw.
100. Can you repeat that for the people?
Okay, so everyone in Canada trying to pick winning numbers in a $133 million Lotto Max draw.
$133 million.
So homeboy won, man.
Did he actually win?
That's what it looks like. The next Lotto Max draw continues in history.
No, it
to
didn't.
make history. Okay, predictions. No one wins the draw. Hopefully, more than one winner for 70 million. 5 to 10 winner tickets. Yeah, okay, Michael with a dog. They're gonna listen to you. I don't know why these people make the effort. Like, did they not understand that? Like, at this age, like, no one's listening to you, bro. They're not gonna change the rules for you. You do a tweet. Like, you just do a tweet to do a tweet. Like, I never understood Twitter that much. Like, what's the fascination about like putting your thoughts into 140 characters?
The original idea behind Twitter, I don't think people subscribe to anymore. Like the whole idea is like, oh, like your thoughts throughout the day. Sometimes, yeah, you'll see some like snapshots or like a screenshot of a tweet that's like kind of funny. Okay, fine, fair enough. But what I found Twitter to be useful for more these days is people use it for like news aggregation. So when something happens, the quickest way to find out about a changing situation is on Twitter. Because people are constantly being like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So like if there's like a bombing, all of a sudden you can find out news really quickly because that's the quickest way to like talk about it. Be like, hey, blah, blah, instead of like writing an article, posting it, and then, whatever.
So let me give you an idea of how much of a bad idea it is to buy a lottery ticket. Like what your real odds are. So going outside on a daily basis, you're 1 in 2.9 million chance of dying from some tragic accident. So whether it's from, just walking in front of a car or it's getting stabbed to death, whatever it may be, it's 1 in 2.9 million. Okay. In the States, they did some research on what the odds are, and it's like 1 in 274 million. Because people buy more than one.
Yes.
So it's not that this is a representation of how many people buy.
Yes,
it's how many times it gets drawn.
Yeah.
And that's fucking nuts. Because like that, if you told me that, if we go through a montage of the motherfuckers that think next Friday they're gonna win, blah blah blah, we would have so many clips of that over the last 20 years.
Oh, easily.
That if you were born just watching this clip, you would die not finishing this clip.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, I've never been a gambler for that kind of fucking reason. But I think like, what our boy does is different. It's not this. It's not this. These are not your odds. Yeah. Because if it was, nobody would do that either.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I think the people that like one of our followers here, mom. Yeah. The whole, like that I think that's a bit different because if you just buy the same numbers like every week and it's just like, all right, every week I'll put $2 in or whatever, and that's fine. But if you're all of a sudden like going in hard and just like, oh my God, blah, blah, I really can't wait if I win this, and put in like 20, 40 bucks like every time. Yeah, you're using a lot of fucking coin into this. But if you buy yourself like a ticket or like a group buy kind of thing, it's like, whatever. And you're not like too invested in it. It's like, it happens, cool. And sometimes you might even forget you did it.
Yeah.
But it's just like a constant thing you set up. Fine, fair enough. Because you never know.
Yeah. Someone within my immediate family won some money. It was nothing crazy. It was like 30 G's.
Yeah.
And she was so cheap, bro. Like, fuck.
What would you do?
I'm like, bro, we're family. She's like, I'm like, let's go to like a nice restaurant. Let's go to the Keg or something, or like even better, let's go to like Gotham or something. Right?
Yeah,
spend like $100 a head, $150 a head, have some like, and she's just like, how about Joey's? And I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Joey's like, like $50 a dish.
Yeah. Come on, get the fuck out of here. The interesting thing about me with the lottery here versus in America, 70 million like here, that's like huge. Everyone's like, oh my God,
that's a small lottery there,
bro. Like Powerball lotteries in the States, gotten like 300+ million.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, insane. But also understand that like their poor are poorer than us.
Also, they get taxed there on their winnings. We don't.
Which is sick.
Yeah. So like it's a bit different. So,
even so
tax on 300 mil versus like no tax on 70.
300 mil tax at like
it's
tax bracket rate.
Still huge.
No, hold on. But is it like okay, so like anything over 250,000.
I forget how they do it. You can fuck it. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But if it's like it's the same,
they don't do it like income tax. It has a special tax.
Yeah, but if it's like income tax like 50%, bro, that's fucked up.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing half of that gone.
Yeah.
That's insane. Because that's like having grandchildren.
Yes.
Money for them, or having like a Rothschild family.
Yeah. I know.
Because 300 million,
it's a big difference.
If you have 5, I'm telling you guys right fucking now, if you have 5 generations, either boys or girls, that they're taught how to invest their money properly, like father or mother, so on and so 5 generations, you could turn that $300 million into like a gazillion dollars. That's not even a fucking number, but you can literally turn that into a lot. I know what you're saying. The growth aspect of having that kind of liquid cash is insane.
That takes a lot of collective discipline, though, to be able to like to get from where you're saying to where
you got to go Elon route. You got to put the hole in the head. You got to put the chip in, right? And then you got to jizz there and then have it infused.
Bro, what?
Right? The jizz is just for fun.
Oh, yeah, I was like, what?
The jizz is just for fun.
That's just extra?
No, it's just fucking show business. You know what I mean? It's just show business. But the rest is something that can be done. Like if you can kind of come out with something, a test or a surgery type thing where you infuse some type of microchip that makes you less vulnerable to being impulsive, being like super non-impulsive, super disciplined in the way you spend money and you spend your time in general.
Bro, what do you think was in the fucking vaccine, bro? What do you think was in your COVID vaccine?
Well, I became dumber. I was looking at some of the podcasts like when we first started. I was like way funnier. Bro,
Shut the hell up. Yeah, fucking right.
No, I'm serious. The first couple of podcasts we did, I was like coming up with shit. But I was also listening to Joey Diaz like religiously at work.
Yeah, right.
And I had nothing to do for 9 hours at that old job.
Yeah.
And it was just a bullshit job. So I could just fuck around all day, smoke weed, and just like write fucking poetry and whatever the fuck I was doing. But I remember just like going to the washroom for like 3 hours during the day.
Doesn't your ass get sore? What the fuck are you sitting on for 3 hours?
Bro, and you know what's funny? Like I played that off for like a year and a half. Like I played that 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Every day. Like that's aside from my regular breaks. Right? Smoke breaks, outside breaks, talking to a customer break.
You just disappeared for 3 hours?
Oh, dude, sometimes there'd be like 3 deliveries, and one would be like to Tawasin or something.
Yeah.
And I have no sale calls, so I'd be like just dead that day, right? It's like pouring rain. Nobody's buying off you that day.
Yeah.
Let's just take this to Tawasin.
Yeah.
Bro, it would take me like 2.5 hours. It was so nice. Leave at 11, come back at 3:30. Yep. Oh, I didn't take lunch. I'm clocking out. I did my 8. Boom. Perfect. Like,
oh man. Sometimes you need those jobs as like I don't want to say like a break, but as like a
what not to do, bro. How not to be.
It's not a roadblock. As like there's a word for this.
motivation.
Stopgap,
I think.
as like a stopgap for what you're
Yeah.
gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that, but I could also see for me, it was more like what I don't want to spend my time. I realized during that time, it was kind of like a amp up of when I first came out of prison. I realized that like I've kind of dipped down in my progression in life. Like,
Yeah.
why am I even doing this job? Because
Yeah.
that job paid me okay, but Hydro before that, when I was doing those crazy hours, I was getting paid like pretty good, like comfortable six
Yeah,
figures.
yeah.
And then once I moved over, it was like, yeah, I wasn't doing those hours. My hours were cut in like basically a third, 2/3,
Yeah.
right? Down to 2/3, right? So I was doing like regular like 35, 40-hour weeks, but getting paid like 80% of what I was getting paid before.
Yes.
But it was just bummy job, bro.
Well,
Just
that's what I mean.
Bummy people.
I think sometimes you just need that little stopgap
yeah.
to give you some time, some breathing to like figure out like, all right, what am I actually gonna do next, and what the fuck do
Yeah.
I actually want to try? Whether it's the school stuff you've been doing, or whether it's like another job like you've got.
What's your projected income for when you're like in your prime adult years? So I'm talking about like
gazillion dollars, bro.
say that again.
Gazillion.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
For when?
You know, you don't have to do that face to be that dorky, right? You already are that dorky.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know who you remind me of there? Emil. I don't know why, but
What projected when? At what point?
I'd say like in your a golden, yeah, basically your golden years as an adult, like 45, 50 years old, where you're like not old, like pediatric old, but like you're like you're old enough that you're healthy to walk around and you have the most amount of money.
Yeah, no,
that
I
you're
got
gonna
you.
have,
I got you.
Right.
To go one of two ways. If I'm still working for someone, 250.
What are the odds that you?
And then-
what are the odds that you are working for someone versus you have your own company?
I don't know. I don't know how to give you odds, but
No,
I know
off
that
the top of your head.
No,
right
I don't.
now.
I don't, because I just know that it's in my head. I got a couple of things that I would like to do for myself, and if those things were to take off, well, then fucking sky's the limit at that point. Anywhere from.
Do you want to share some of those things?
Not yet. One of them I've talked about before. I don't know about on this podcast, but I have mentioned it before to a few people. And what it is.
Is it a promotion company for
no.
a nightclub?
No, it's actually making t-shirts.
I could see if you make good t-shirts.
Shut the fuck up, dude. If I'm making t-shirts in my 40s, fucking shoot me. Just take.
Listen, what if you're making like killer shirts?
Just shoot me, bro.
Just think about like front side, every beach in the world.
Dude,
you have a t-shirt.
no,
fucking
man.
hot. You're like Eddie Bravo. with
Apparel
10th Planet.
company is a bit different, but even then, I wouldn't be too hot on. If all I'm doing is making printed tees, or I'm just fucking buying some Gildan tees,
Yeah.
my fucking press, and just pressing it and selling it, dude, just shoot me. You're
I mean,
like, bro,
what is a? Then we just go into like, what is a drop shipper, bro? Because there's guys that like, if Dr. Evil spends enough time on that stuff, he could make that really big.
No, but yeah, I know. But Dr.
so.
Evil, if you ask him what he's doing in life, he's more proud of what he's doing over where he's at right now than the drop shipping stuff. That gives him more fulfillment.
He wouldn't be able to be and live what he's doing with if you remove that.
Maybe, who's to say? But
no, but what I'm saying is like it's just the industry he's in is because he loves it, and I like that he found something like that.
Yes.
However, money might not make you. You know, it might not be the cherry on the cake, but it's the foundation of the cake.
Yeah, but we're talking about two different things, right? Because like with him, like when I was making that joke and I'm like shitting, because like it's like half joking, right? Because I mean at the end of the day, sure, if you're making fucking good fucking coin, even selling t-shirts, I mean good for you. Like I'm not gonna shit on that, but I'm just like kind of like poking fun. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
like,
chances are
I have the higher capacity than just
selling shirts.
just selling shirts. Okay.
You gotta sell a shirt sometimes.
So what I've mentioned to people in the past, just a few people, and I guess now I'm mentioning it to a few more people, like the 3 people that listen to this podcast. Shout out to you, 3 people, 4 people, 5, depending on the week.
We're 2 of them.
Kind of combines what I've done the last 10 or so years in the industry with the knowledge base that I've gained, and it combines my passion that I got for the environment and sustainability not doing it in a fucking lame way.
Are you a vegetarian, bro?
No, shut the fuck up. See, I hate all that like stupid ass like, oh my god,
This
blah,
guy's
blah,
opening
blah.
up and I just shit on
Nah,
him.
man, none of that.
Makes it not sincere.
That's right. I've never enjoyed people, anybody in the sustainability world, environmental, whatever, and they're like, and it's a lot of talk, no action, or a lot of complaining, no solutions, or it's like fucking lame ideas that no one can get behind. I've never liked that. But I can appreciate the idea of like, yeah, motherfucker, animals are dying. Should probably figure some shit out. Or, vegetation is year on year going down and down. If we keep going down this path, we're going to have to fucking pay more for it. And we're going to be suffering a bit more because people can't afford it. And it just cascades. All that kind of stuff, I can see and appreciate and figure out that there's something we can do about it. So my idea that I've kind of thought about in the last few years and I'll eventually want to bring forward at some point is coming up with like an engineered solution to a problem that exists in the world. So part of it is I've had ideas about like ocean cleanup and stuff like that. These are like, there's some companies that have already started doing this on like a large scale and they're actually like legit. And it's not lame. It's like an actual, it's like, no, there's a company called, I think they're called the Great Ocean Cleanup or something. And it's a guy in the Netherlands who started a company to literally clean up shit from the, because there's like a lot of fucking trash in the ocean, actual trash.
Yeah.
Came up with this huge like belt fucking driven cleanup machine that's installed in some ports and they clean up trash and whatever. That kind of stuff is something that I'd want to develop at some point in time and call on people that I've worked on with in the past and that. So that is one idea. And then I've shared that with some people in the past before. And I'd like to realize that before I get into like my 40s. And so if that were to do well, awesome. If it doesn't, that's cool too. But those are like, that's the 50-50. It's either I'm working for someone, or I try and pursue one of these things, or I'm doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
So
cool, man. I came up with an idea last night. So we have these new fog machines that make hell amount of fog, right? And the fog stinks. So it'd be good to get a
tell them to work
liquid fog at work.
Yeah.
That we could sell to clubs that doesn't smell
odorless.
that bad. Odorless or smells good.
Yeah.
Right? And if we can make that happen, and I'm going right now, and I'm saying I copyright this shit, this idea. If anybody fucking makes this before me, I'm going to come after your fucking wife's ass.
Yeah.
All right? It is what it is. And if you're a lesbian, coming after your ass. So it is what it is. Should hit up Homeboy. Who?
Dr. Evil. Sounds like a chemical problem.
What do you think of that problem, though?
No, that's a real problem. Bro, listen, there's some things that people... You wouldn't think it was a good idea until someone actually did it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone just said it, you'd be like, oh, it's okay. But once someone actually does, you're like, oh, wow, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. Just fucking try it.
Yeah. Let's watch the Islam fight and finish it off.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right. It's a very good start.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the fact that they're all blondes.
I don't know why that was a thing. All of his friends did it. Not even just his corner.
Yeah.
Everyone in the audience.
There was a meme
yeah.
with Oliveira shaking Khabib's hands like the pick we all been waiting for. So if Khabib's prodigy can take him, that means that Khabib would destroy him.
Or is Khabib's prodigy starting to eclipse Khabib?
No. Doesn't have
we'll never know.
Wrestling dominate. No, we know.
We'll
doesn't have the wrestling better hands.
Because actually, Khabib has said, he's like, yo, this guy's better than me.
Yeah, but that's what you say when you're retired, right?
And also, you're Muslim, so you're humble.
And that's his brother. It's not his real brother.
I was going to say, yeah. But yeah, they've been training for like 22 years, and he knows. He's like...
Listen, if you know me for 10 years, you're my brother.
Adopted in the family, too.
If I'm homies with you for the last 10 years, you're my brother.
And your dad's training this guy, it's like, well...
Yeah.
Come on. At the end, I was like, oh, father...
Look at that defense of this fucking Makhachev, man.
Father
just
plan.
Unreal.
Dude, that takedown was lit. Because I'm like, that's just pure Sambo right there.
Damn, dude. Fucking unreal.
I mean, this was okay. I wasn't too impressed. It wasn't like Khabib domination on the ground here. I was like, all right, fair enough. But he turned it up, and I was like, fucking.
Oh man, those 2 hits, they were legit, dude.
He almost got him there. Actually, I remember. I was like, oh damn.
You're not gonna get him.
No, like the up kick. He managed to connect.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
That was a repeat.
Did you watch the Jan O'Malley fight?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I literally just hit this. This. I told you, I had no idea that this was going on. I thought it was at nighttime.
Well, yeah.
Because usually it's Saturday's nighttime,
fucking
right?
Abu Dhabi.
It's Abu Dhabi time, so it's like it's nighttime there. I wonder how these guys deal with the
second round was
time.
closer, but then, man, he just
But Oliveira is a slower guy.
one mistake and you're done.
Not one
That
mistake,
right there,
bro.
there it is. That
clipped.
mistake. That's the mistake right there. That's what I'm saying. One mistake and you're done. It's over. That's it.
Would you say it's a mistake though, or just luck?
Mistake. Oh, there's no need to what? Can you go back? Like, why would you throw that against Islam? What are you gonna do with this flying knee? It's not like Islam fights open. You know what I mean? Like Islam fights close. So what are you You think you're gonna break his guard like that?
Okay. Punch.
No, it wasn't this. It was coming up right about now. That. Because what was that? You're doing a flying. There wasn't a flying knee. Yeah. And
not a flying knee,
but
like
how far are you from him, right? So I don't. I think that was I don't think that was a good strike. And Islam is amazing timing. As soon as Oliveira landed, clip. Done.
Yeah, he was too far away.
You know what I mean? So like,
I think Oliveira wasn't even trying to hit him. He was just trying to create distance.
I was just gonna say I can appreciate Oliveira trying it because I remember in the corner, guys like, yo, you gotta fucking like you gotta come out more and try and open Islam up.
Yeah. Turns
out Islam's got good fucking timing.
Listen, I mean the guy, he's a more polished Khabib in wrestling or in striking.
Yes.
But in wrestling, I just don't think he's as physically dominant.
No, I don't think so either.
But it's pros and cons, right? It's like what does the sport need right now? The sport doesn't need it needs more of a guy if he's very wrestling based to have decent striking as well, which he showed. That's what the sport needs. The times of having no striking or having absolute trash striking like a Askren type.
Yeah.
You can't have that, bro. You get clocked.
The one thing about Khabib for me that I'll always remember is watching the Barbosa fight.
Yeah.
Because he just dressed him down like I've never seen a BJJ guy dressed down like that before. He made him look like it was his first time grappling in a gym.
Yeah.
The way that he controlled basically Barbosa's entire body.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck?
Insane.
The thing that Khabib does that I've always looked at and I'm like, damn, it'd be so cool to be that good at that, was how he controls legs.
Yeah.
And how he'll maintain that control as he postures up and climbs up closer to you. So Islam kind of did that, but Khabib's just got that like no one I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Well, he'll like one arm get your legs.
It's a little bit different style too. Though.
And then start slowly crawling up your body.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're like a fucking mummy in a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
And then you're like questioning your life. Like there was at one point where Barbosa's just looking at the camera and his face is just like, I gave up. I'm done.
Also, Islam is like, he's not as big in the division. He's a little bit smaller in the division.
That's what. Did you see the ending of the fight? Like after post fight?
No.
Volkanovski, buddy.
Oh, he's gonna go against Volk?
Yeah. Khabib even said it. He was like, no, this is a father plan. We're going to get down to Australia.
We go down to Australia.
I forget what he said. And then the funny part is Volkanovski was at the stadium. So then Islam's like, I don't see short guy here. I don't see him. And then Volkanovski comes up to the ring and they face off like a quick
how much
promo.
height difference?
Volk is 5'6" flat.
Okay,
like
he's 5'10", right?
Islam?
Yeah.
Maybe. 5'9"?
Is he same height as Khabib?
I don't know, bro. You have to look.
5'10". Anyway, 5'9", 5'10". That's enough difference. And,
no, it is a difference.
And Volk is not a wrestler by any means.
So then Khabib's like, now we're going to do #1 lightweight division versus #1 pound for pound.
Volk would have to display a really good striking,
tight,
super
striking,
tight, and actually like be so dominant in that it doesn't go to the ground. Because if it goes to the ground, he's fucked.
We'll see how it gets announced, but
he's just a way smaller guy too.
When it was announced, I thought it was going to be at Volk's weight. It's like for the 145 title.
Yeah.
And when he did, I was like, thinking, I'm like, dude, how the fuck is Islam gonna make 145? Because these
barely make
Dagestanis
155.
struggle to make 155.
Barely.
They're like,
Kill themselves.
they're eating bear meat for a year and then struggling to like eat
Bear
it,
meat.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the leanest meat ever, and then they're still dying at the
Crocodile,
end.
bro. Crocodile.
But the way that it was announced, Volk was like, no, we're gonna do this for the lightweight title. So Volk is gonna step up, which is more reasonable for both fighters. Because Volk used to what?
He's a
Have you
thick
seen?
kid.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
he
him when
was
he did rugby?
Yeah, he's like I used to weigh 208.
Bro, his face when he did rugby, there's like a photo of him like in the team photos.
He's got cheeks on cheeks. Yeah, bro. He's
Just
up.
like, yeah.
Cheeked up out of the front,
Yeah,
cheeked
yeah,
up out of the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
And he's still a thick kid. Like
He
in
still
that
is
division,
now. He still is now.
He's still a thick kid, but
And you know what? He's got that thick guy walk. You ever seen that at the gym?
oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's got that thick guy walk, like
Yeah.
the arms like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I think
I'd bet Islam.
yeah,
I'd
I'd probably bet Islam, but I like the fight
Yeah.
because I think if anything, Volk's gonna take it to him probably. I mean, Volk's proven too. He's like what? He's only lost once in his life.
Yeah.
So-
but I just think that there's
A
certain
bit too much.
there's certain fights that's just too much. Israel against fucking Jan Provic or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Peter Yan,
Peter Jan. Yeah.
bro, he lost today.
I know. Fuck him. He went on down slow, but he did
Honestly,
he did that yayo from fucking Serbia.
it was a split, and I had it for Yan.
yeah.
If you watch the fight, actually, yeah, do that just later when you have time, and then message me what you think. I had it for Yan
Yeah.
pretty decisively, like 2-1, no question.
Who do you fight?
O'Malley. Sean.
No, not Peter Yan, bro. I'm talking about Israel Adesanya versus.
Oh
that
no, I was talking about
fucking-
Yan.
No, I know.
Oh, I'm talking about Jan Blakovic
yeah,
or whatever.
Blakovic.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And
Sorry,
you were like,
sorry.
Peter Yan. I'm like, yeah.
You said Jan, so I thought because we were
Yeah,
talking about today. Peter Yan
All
fought.
right. Well,
Jan lost against Glover, Teixeira.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's fucking whack.
And then Glover lost against Yuri, whatever the fuck, the Czech dude.
Yeah.
Petrokova. Or whatever. That division right now is not very stable. It's like anybody could win
Not only
the title.
not stable, but like it's just when you have a bunch of whites running a division,
Shut the hell up.
you fucking realize that it's just.
And with that,
weak.
we're out.
All right.
God damn.